This is how to repair an instrument cluster on a 1999 Chrysler Town Country. First we need to remove the bottom panel, dash panel. Put a screw right here. Another screw right here. And a third screw here. There's two screws hidden underneath the park brake handle. Then you remove the bottom dash cover below the steering wheel. I found that if I just let it hang to the side, it worked well, and I didn't have to worry about taking off the emergency brake cable. There's a screw here and there. And another screw here to remove the vent. And two more screws here, there, and there. The vent, once you get the screw off, just pops off. To reveal two more screws that we need to take out. And this cover comes off next. And there's a cable hooked to it, so you need to detach that first. And that reveals a couple more screws, one that's right there, another screw there, it needs to come out. And then the top part of the dash around the instrument cluster will pop out. Just tug on it gently, but there's three cables connected to it right here on the back side. Carefully wiggle them out. There's a little tab that you squeeze on each one. Reach the cable, and now that comes right out. Set it to the side to get it out of the way. Here's the instrument cluster. Four screws here. One there, right there, and then two more on this side. Go ahead and remove them. Now behind this is a large cable that's tricky to get out. You have to squeeze your hands in there and try and pull it off. It's right in the middle. A little bit tricky. And then when you pull it out, it can be a tight squeeze, so I found that I lifted up on the top of the dash, it came out better. This is the instrument cluster. Here's the connector that's behind it, so you can see what that looks like. Now it's time to fix the problem. There's a cardboard cover, like a masonite board type of cover that needs to come off on the back side. Just a matter of removing a bunch of screws, as you can see. So far the only tool required is a Phillips head screwdriver. And we need to remove this circuit board and get to the back side. That is where the solder joint is cracked. It needs to be repaired. Again, it's just a matter of removing a bunch of screws, as you can see here. And the cable in the middle, it's just gently squeeze and pull that out. Here's the circuit board. These connectors here are the ones that have a tendency to crack. On mine it's this one right here. You can see here, close-up picture, you can see the crack around the base of that solder joint. Now this part, this is how I refreshed the solder and added more solder. This is being filmed in real time. I had my soldering iron already hot. So I went ahead and re-soldered every joint because I didn't want to have to pull this thing back out in case any others decided to crack later on. So I'm just heating up one side and adding solder to the opposite side. It doesn't take a lot of solder, but you want it to have an even consistency. This part is in double time. Figure after you saw the first batch, you didn't need to watch the second batch in real time. Then on mine I went ahead and soldered this connector's joints. Solder joints also, just in case, just as a precaution. Again, it's filmed in double time. It's been sped up. There you go. That's a close-up of the solder joints on both connectors. Now it's just a matter of putting it all back together. Make sure it fits down snug and even before you put in the screws, because you don't want to tweak anything or crack the board by tightening screws down unevenly. Put your connector back on, and now the back cover. There you have it. Now I found that the easy way to do this, to put it back in the dashboard, is to hold the cable with my right hand and slide the instrument cluster in from the left. And now it's just a matter of putting everything back together. You don't forget to squeeze the cable back onto the back side, and here's where I tested it. Just turned it on. I didn't try and start the car, just turned it on to make sure the instruments respond. Make sure my cables were on tight. Put these back together the way they came off. Get all these screws here, and these here, and here, and there, and there. Put this on. Don't forget to reconnect the cable, the screws. This one hiding back here. And finally, screws on the lower dash cover. There you have it. The engine started up on the first try. Thanks for watching.